Good morning, guys. Welcome back to another video. We are about to head out to Georgia to go check out another car. And if you remember from last video, my trailer brakes weren't working. Well, this morning I came out, messed with the plug a little bit, and all of a sudden they started working. The only thing that's not working is my left-hand turn signal, which I'd assume that means left-hand brake as well. And I've messed with it a little bit. I can't get it, and we're running short on time, so I'm just gonna head out. My right one does work, so hopefully we won't have any issues, but yeah, I'm just gonna buy a new connector for the back of the truck. I think that's what the main issue is. So we'll get that swapped out. Hopefully that'll fix the problem and we'll go from there. But let's get on the road. We got like a 5.5 hour drive or so, probably 6 with stops. So I want to go there and back in one day. It's gonna be a lot of driving, but hopefully we'll have a new project in the trailer on the way back. All right, we are on the road. We're about 2.5 hours out. We just went and fueled up. So yeah, hopefully we get there, all goes well, we can get this thing loaded in the trailer. It's gonna be kind of a show because the car doesn't run. So hopefully we can roll it down its driveway and up into the trailer. We'll see how it goes. We just arrived at the house. I'm gonna get out, go meet this guy, and we'll check this thing out. I think it's in the garage right now. Apparently it's been in there for like 2 years and hasn't moved. So not sure what's up with it. We'll figure that out when the time comes. So here it is. Looks like it's been sitting in here for quite a while. Got a lot of dust on it, but overall, body looks pretty good. Kind of looks like mine when I picked it up for the most part. Silver car. Obviously I added the wing afterwards, but yeah, it doesn't look too bad. We're gonna start clearing some of this out so we can slide it out. It is on rollers. As you can see, it looks like we got some unpainted fenders. We'll probably sand this all down, make those look like new. Get the fimming a little bit better on the hood. Looks like we got some weird lines going on. Should be able to get those out. Yeah, I can a little get gap here, but yeah, overall it's gonna be a pretty fun project. I think the interior is mint. Let me show you guys. I mean, it looks brand new in here. The interior is better than my car. And then under the hood, I know the sun's a little weird right now, but we have FP Red set up, front mount, a little bit of dress up going on, but nothing crazy. Looks like it's definitely been sitting a while. Fortune Auto coilovers, which is nice. That's really good. And our favorite yellow top Optima batteries. I don't know if that's an Optima battery from when they were good.
Yes, that's an Optima battery from like 5 years ago.
So back when they were a little bit better. We got her all loaded up. And yeah, it took a little while. It used to come along, but we got it in here. I'm looking forward to getting this home and washing her off. Super dusty. I think it'll clean up real nice. We'll have to prime the fenders before we do any sort of paint or wrap, whatever. Sand it down, get all the rust off. Duraflex front bumper, Duraflex hood. So not sure if I'll keep that or switch it out for something else, but not bad. Not bad. I'm excited for this. We just made it back home. No issues on the way back other than some traffic due to an accident, but for the most part, pretty good. It's like 10 o'clock now, so been driving for most of the day. I'm probably gonna get some sleep, and then tomorrow morning we'll get this thing unloaded, cleaned off, maybe even try to get this thing started. He says that, you know, it did start going into the garage, and other than it's got really old fuel in it and a dead battery, it should technically start. So we'll check the oil, make sure obviously we're not low. These Subarus, as all of you know, are very sensitive to oil. So make sure that's good to go. We'll see what it does. I'm excited. I'm really excited for this. It's gonna be a fun little project. And yeah, we'll pick up on this tomorrow.
Over the edge, feel like I'm floating through the air. I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
flat tires, that was not an easy feat, but we got it off the trailer. Let's have a look at it in the daylight. Definitely rusted out fenders. These are just not painted, so I think I can sand these down, prime them, and then we should be good. A lot of cobwebs. I'm excited to pressure wash this thing. A lot of different color things going on here. We got a green door handle. The wing looks like it was like an army green. It's definitely like sun faded, so sand that out. Hopefully it'll be all right. 3-piece wheels I'm not a big fan of, so I'll probably clean those up and sell them. I'll throw my stock STi wheels on here for now. Like we mentioned, FP red setup, front mount, pretty basic setup. It does have Fortunato coilovers. Duraflex hood, I'm not a big fan of this. I'll probably throw a stock hood back on it. And same with the bumper. I do like the looks of the bumper, but because it's Duraflex, it's plastic, it's pretty cheap. I'll probably replace that as well, unless I can somehow make that look really good. The wing, I'm hoping we can bring this back to life. This is a carbon wing. It's the same one that I have on that car, I believe. Overall, not too bad. All the lines are straight. Clean title, 70,000 miles. And the interior, I think we mentioned this as well, is like brand new in here. So other than the back seat's kind of just chilling, it's not too bad in here. We got it up on wheel dollies. That way I can push this thing around. It does have 4 flat tires. They're pretty dry rotted, so I'm not sure if there's any bringing them back to life. But I do have my stock STi wheels for that hatch that I'm gonna slap on this. That way we can roll it around, and I'll probably end up selling these wheels pretty cheap. And then we'll break out the pressure washer, get this thing all cleaned up, and get to work. So he told me that the car had an FP red on it, which is what I thought, but looking at it now, it almost looks like an FP black. I'm pretty sure the plate on the FP reds is red and the plate on the FP black is black. I'm not sure if it's always been like that, but every FP red I've seen has a red plate. This one has a black plate. So yeah, I'm not sure if this one actually has an FP black. That'd be crazy, because I know you can make like freaking 600 wheel on an FP black. Obviously this is a stock block, so this is probably turned way down if it is. But that's an FP black. Could have some fun with this thing. I'm quite surprised. This thing actually cleaned up really nice. Got a lot of the crusty stuff off. Found quite a few little dents. You can probably see, let me see if we look down the door. Yeah, you can kind of see the little dents there. There's a few in the roof and maybe 1 or 2 on the driver's side as well. So hopefully we can find a PDR guy down here in North Carolina and get that taken care of. But yeah, overall pretty happy with how it cleaned up. What I want to do now, like I said, is put the stock wheels from that car on this car. And that way we'll be able to hopefully push this a little bit easier. It is on the wheel dollies, but it's still a pain in the butt, especially with all the cracks in the concrete and the rough concrete. I would just air these up, but I'm pretty sure they're dry rotted through. There's probably no bringing these tires back to life. And then also I'm going to take the wheels off and probably get rid of them. We're going to do a different setup on the car, like I said. Let's go get the other wheels out of the back shed and we'll get these things swapped out real quick. So we got a little dilemma here. This car, for whatever reason, has like super long studs on it. And we have these open-ended lug nuts, but they get really tight and you can't really, you know, tighten them all the way. So this one, the entire stud frickin' came out on the backside and the lug's tight to it. So now I can't get the wheel off. I'm trying to figure out a way to get that lug nut off so we can get normal size studs on this, because that's really annoying. But yeah, not really sure how I'm going to get that off yet. I tried hooking vice grips to it and pulling it like in so the stud will kind of sit back in the wheel, but I can't get it tight enough to loosen that. So I'm gonna mess with that for a little while and see what we can come up with. All right, spent the last 2 hours trying to get that off. Got absolutely nowhere. Probably gonna have to find a way to cut it off, but it's really hard in the wheel without, you know, completely salvage titling the wheel more than it already is. So I haven't really found a solution yet. I'm probably gonna need a new hub on the back as well, because I'm pretty sure that one is stripped out now. That stud is gone. So I'm gonna order all new normal size studs. We'll get those slapped in. That way we don't run into this stupid issue. That's really, really annoying, but oh well. What can you do? Well, that took entirely too long, but ended up being able to cut it off. Sucks I had to go that way, but oh well. I did actually nick the wheel once with the angle grinder, somewhere in there. I don't remember exactly where, but this wheel, as you can see, is pretty sauced anyways. It's just my spare set, so I don't really care too much. But yeah, I'll have to order up new studs, and then I'll probably need a new hub for the back too, because this one is beyond gone. Hopefully that's the only one that wants to play that fun game, and we'll get this thing rolled in the garage. I gotta clear up some room over there. We'll start working on the bay, see if we can't get this thing fired up. I'd be excited to get a first start today. He did say when this went in the garage for its last time, it was running without any issues. So besides some bad gas, bad fluids, and, you know, a whole lot of time sitting, hopefully we can get this thing running. And there we have it. We got Panzer, and I haven't really come up with a name for this guy yet, but I'm thinking RuSTi. RuSTi. She is a little bit rusty. And speaking of the fenders, I was gonna probably just sand them down and prime them, but this one looks pretty sauced down here. It's kind of actually creased, and I don't think the side plate's gonna go on here, so I might just buck up, try to find like a part out car and just get a bumper, a hood, 2 fenders, and I think that's the smart way to go. I don't want it to be cheesy. I don't want to put too much into this build, because that's what this build's for, but I want it to be right. I don't like cheap. I don't like, you know, I just want it to be right. With that being said, the first thing I'm going to do is pull the fenders off. The driver's side one is actually creased so much that it's kind of scraping the door, and it's cutting into it pretty well. So before we go any further on that, I want to get those ripped off, and yeah, we'll try to find something new. That's quite the rat's nest of wires we got going on in here. I'm sure this is the gauge wiring job that they did. This looks like a sub wire. I don't think there's subs in the car anymore. So that can probably come out. Yeah, we'll have to clean a lot of this up. Just a bunch of random wires. Oh, and a random bolt right here. Okay, so now that that's off, you can see where our door was kind of rubbing down around the side. So yeah, we'll probably end up just replacing these out. This one is, unless I can bend that back, it's creased a little bit there. I'm sure I could. I don't know. We'll give it a shot. I'm gonna check the oil real quick. If the oil looks good, I might try to get this thing started. Not really sure if it's the best idea, but I just want to hear the thing run. So yeah, let's check fluids. We'll hook the jumpers up, see if we can't get it to at least crank. Well, it's got oil, so let me grab the jumpers, see if it'll do anything. Kind of idling a little weird. I read the code, it was throwing an engine light, mass airflow sensor. Went and looked at the mass airflow sensor. Thing was unplugged. Thing sounds tits now. Hey. No issues. Thing fired right up. Just a dead battery. That's crazy. Super pumped this thing's running. He told me it had 70,000 miles on it. It actually only has 60,000. Clean title. I really couldn't be more happy. The thing cleaned up really well. The one thing we'll have to hope for that we can get fixed, the roof is actually pretty badly dented all the way around this front half. I don't know if the windshield or the hood flipped up on it at some point in time. Not really sure what exactly happened. I think he did tell me, but yeah, selective listening, I guess. Yeah, she's pretty slammered. So hopefully PDR guy can pull that out. And then, yeah, there's a few around the body as well. But overall, I mean, kind of a rat's nest going on here. But yeah, happy it runs. That's a huge plus. Saved me a little bit of money. I'll probably do timing belt kit, because it's been sitting a while. That timing belt's probably pretty dry rotted. And I'm actually not going to run the car anymore until I get that replaced, because that'll be my luck. Next time I start the car, that'll snap and we'll be out of luck. We'll be rebuilding the motor. So yeah, we'll probably slap an AOS in it. We'll probably do the old, built special. Don't need overflow tank. Don't need a lot of these lines for the most part. There's some weird stuff going on here. I've never seen this. It's got like a little fuel filter or something connected to it. Running to, yeah, it's quite complicated in here. I'm not exactly sure how he ran his fuel system. It's a little bit different, if that's even what that is. Could be evap. I don't know. I really don't know. So yeah, overall, looks like FP black turbo. Could be a red, but it looks like a black. Front mount piping. We got a blow-off valve. Grimspeed 3-port, which is hiding back there. I don't think it's on speed density. I don't see a bung anywhere. And the mass airflow is still hooked up. It's got an Optima yellow top, which that might have been back when Optima was good, but it's still dead. But I can't complain about that one. It has been sitting for 2 years. A lot of random wires. A lot of random wires coming up here. Yeah, we'll figure it out. There are probably a few things from this car I will be selling, like those wheels, probably sell them pretty cheap. I will probably sell the bumper and the hood, which are in decent shape. It is just the Duraflex stuff though, so yeah, I mean, I might just give it away, honestly. I'm gonna wrap up this video right here. It's just a bunch of cleaning we gotta do, reorganizing, figuring out this build. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If you're on the East Coast and you have a part out car with fenders, hood, bumper for 11 to 14, hit me up. I could definitely use it. Catch you in the next one. Peace out. See y'all later.